As you all know, I hate racists. I think they're losers who can't contribute to society, and thus they take all their anger out on black people. All racists are failures in some capacity and have a specific reason or reasons that led to their racism. Today's video is about Chud the Builder, aka Dalton Etherly. Today I'll share 2 reasons why he's racist. The second reason is the funniest, so stick around. Chud is a young white racist male from Clark, Tennessee. He is the CEO of a failing contracting company, if you can even call it a company, and likely has less than 1 employee.
You upset.
But we'll talk about that company later. He recently gained media attention for this video.
They chipping out. He chipping out. He said, what's the issue? Because I looked at him. He chipping out.
Put that phone down.
Why? You don't like looking ugly? Shut up, nigga. Come on, come do something. Come do something. Hold up. Yeah, walk up. That's what I thought. They chipping out. They chipping out. Dumbass nigga. Yeah, turn your fucking music down and don't park in the fire lane no more. That's what we're talking about. Don't park in the fire lane no more. Dumbass nigga.
Now, I'm not going to show you guys the entire video because it's just the same old BS that he spews. N-word, chimp, monkey, blah, blah, blah. However, this type of rhetoric isn't really new from him. He's been doing it for years. Now, Chud's story isn't very complicated. He's a father and a loser. He previously worked as a contractor. However, per Chud, he apparently lost his job during the Black Lives Matter movement for sharing edgy online jokes. However, some claim these jokes were intended for a black client, which, if true, is literally the dumbest thing you could do as an employee. Like, literally. Since then, he started his own contracting business called DLE Contracting. But in his spare time, he terrorizes black people. And no, not just from his greasy-looking 80s haircut that looks like a glued-on wig, as well as his raccoon-looking mustache, but also for the things he says and does in public. For instance, he goes to Walmart and records videos of black people with the intent of stirring up trouble. Mr. Low IQ Chud is angry in this video over 2 black teens parking in the fire lane. If someone isn't actively trying to hurt you or someone else, mind your business and call the cops. Point blank. But no, instead of minding his own business, he spews racist slurs at the men in hopes that they retaliate so that he can terminate their life. Obviously, no one this confident would be talking in this manner to any group of people unless they felt like they had a weapon that they could use to retaliate. Sick people like him thinks it's his mission to get rid of people like me. He's amassed a following on the alt-right Twitter platform by repeatedly making racist jokes like this, so that Twitter can pay him pennies on the dollar to keep his ceiling fan lights on in his dingy 1-bedroom apartment dump. All because he doesn't have any skill sets to actually provide for his family.
You upset.
Which reveals reason number 1 why he's racist. Take a look at his website. It looks bland and unedited. He has a portfolio section that doesn't have any examples of his work. Not only does he not have examples of completed projects, he still has project templates on his website from when he first purchased the domain.
Stupid.
He literally has a black person on the website.
You upset.
He has no reviews of his business, probably because he can't attract customers because he has a crappy website and business model. He's available all year long, 24/7 based on his schedule. I mean, not a single book time at the time of recording this video. Allegedly, he posted this picture on his business website. For those of you who haven't figured out people like this guy, people like him speak out against DEI and H-1B visas because he's a beta male who can't compete. He rides on the coattails of his own white race because he himself is useless and adds no meaningful value to society. He's the 2nd string kicker on a football team who wins national championships. Put him on another team and he'll look just as terrible and worthless. Why would I trust you to work on my home when you can't work on your own website?
You upset.
He is the definition of unqualified.
You upset.
Textbook, Webster Dictionary definition. DEI Chud. DEI Chud. DEI Chud. For anyone in Clarksville looking for house renovations, this guy will have your home looking like a trap house. Don't do it. He complains about how free speech really isn't freedom of speech.
You got freedom of speech. You just don't have the freedom of consequences from your speech. It's like telling an inmate, hey, you got the freedom to leave your jail cell. You just don't have the freedom of consequence. Hey, you got the freedom to speak. but we're going to threaten you with deadly violence if you do use that freedom. Hey, you got the freedom to leave your jail cell, but we're going to threaten you with deadly violence if you do use that freedom. It doesn't sound like the inmate's very free. Oh, well, we all know that because he's an inmate.
Sir, just as you have a right to be racist, we have a right to refuse your business because you are racist.
Stupid.
It goes both ways, that freedom of speech. And no, because he's such a failure and a racist, he has to beg for money to find ways to create a sustainable income and to cover basic living expenses. Dalton, I have a suggestion. Get another job.
You upset.
Quit your DLE contracting hobby. Put the fries in the bag. Do something. Quit begging online and stop making your race look bad. You're pathetic, and you're trying to cope with your failures by demeaning and degrading black people. Reason number 2 for why Dalton is racist is because allegedly a black man took his white girl. He's literally a laughingstock amongst women in Clarksville, and probably all of Tennessee. Apparently, Dalton was rejected by a beautiful white woman, who instead of choosing him, chose a black man.
So apparently, Mr. Dalton Etherly owns a small business called DLE Contracting. Well, apparently he was on that platform, Snapchat I think it was, and was delivering a small little private message to someone. However, that person thought that message to not be so private worthy and decided that they were going to make it completely public, and has tried their best to have that little private message get known to, I guess, more than the community. So the community is doing everything in its power that cares to try to make sure that that message is delivered past Clarksville. So Mr. Etherly has made it very clear that his white male self does not like the fact that there are white women who are having relations with black men. The video that he ended up getting captured while he was talking to this person in private shows just how badly racist he really is, which makes me think that he must have been completely in love with, infatuated with a white female that he thought was beyond attractive, and she turned him down for a black male. I guess that left a sour taste in his mouth, and ever since then he's just not for it, not for the biracial relationships, just completely downs on the black male and the white female relationship.
Imagine being a beautiful white woman and letting a monkey fuck you. Like, that's the funniest. Imagine letting a nigga with like nostrils the size of quarters fuck you. As a beautiful, for thousands of years you have the genes, the genetics, ancestry of people who ruled the world, literally, quite literally, Rome ruled the world, and now you're fucking monkeys, and you talk the way you do. It's just pitiful, sweetheart. It's pitiful. I called you baby because you need help. You know, maybe your dad didn't call you that. Not your baby gang. Not your baby gang. I'm not your gang.
See the theme here, guys? Fear of competition. How dare a black man take a beautiful white woman? He lost so much weight to be attractive, only to still be rejected by a white woman.
You upset.
He's a loser, but unfortunately, he'll likely make money by making racist content online. It's unfortunate, but it's a harsh reality we live in right now. But please, don't give him any more money.